Whenever I bump into somebody in the street and they ask me what I do and I say I teach yoga, some people say funny things like, "Oh, you need to call an ambulance for me," or like they just think of yoga as like such an extreme, like almost dangerous activity. And I'm here to tell you that yoga could mean sitting up straight in a chair and taking a full deep breath, a proper deep breath, or moving your body super slow so that within one movement you're like, wow, I actually feel better, or that feels good. So today we're going to move in a way that's good for you. And yoga is always about moving in a way that's good for you. It's never about the person next to us in a class or exactly what the teacher's doing or telling us. It's you in control of what your body's doing and being really in tune to know, okay, this might not feel good and this feels good. So there's never any surprises unless you are pushing or going beyond and not listening to yourself. We're going to start standing, shoulders back, and I like to exaggerate the nice upright stance at first, maybe even pushing the ribs forward a little because it just feels good to take pressure off of this part of the body, because we're very often, before we know it, we're all the way like this, whether we're standing improperly or at a desk or in a car. Forward is like the natural like movement. So this is like not natural. So we want to push the ribs forward. I just like to make space in general. So I'm pushing my hips forward, a little bit of turning. And then with that length this way, I want you to fold forward. And again, wherever you go, wherever you end up. I always bend my knees a little bit, just to get started. And then just let the arms go. Grab your elbows. It's always a nice touch, gives you a little extra kind of pull down. And then look forward. And always have a place for your hands. So whether they're on the floor or on the legs, we're always kind of having a press. It's like a press to lift kind of action. So if I bring my left hand down, I'm going to press it and lift this arm with softness, so that I'm actually getting the stretch here. Come to the other side. Right press, left lift. Come back. Look forward, flatten the back. Fold, and you can straighten a little bit more here. Press and straighten. Shift to one side. Now I'm going to heel toe my feet out to the edges. Bend into one knee. Other side. You usually go right to left, so don't worry too much about which one you do first. Right and left. And then when you bend into the right one, bring your left hand in line with your leg or your foot and open up big to one side, so you'll feel a big stretch in the opposite leg. Other side, bend, reach. Come back down. Grab those elbows, because this gives you a nice little extra kind of weight down. Roll up. Big inhale. Squeeze the biceps into the ears. That's the best secret ever to get really long in the thoracic spine. And go back. Look up. Look wherever you feel like you have space. And then step it back to a plank. I love holding a plank because it's doable for most. It's a great full body, sort of like engaging everything and getting you a little warm. Drop the knees, sit back on your heels. Press the chest. Round and lift. So I'm pulling my belly in, tucking my hips, and pushing my shoulders out. Go over the right hand, and then push the right ribs out. Go over the left hand, push the left ribs out. Around the back, Make a big circle, right? Around, and then drop the hips down, right into upward dog. Hold here, check down with your hands, press the thumb, the index finger, and the knuckles of those fingers. Back to the heels. This time I'm tucking my toes. So that's kind of just like an option. It's for extra stretch for the sole of the foot. I always go a little side to side. Okay, lift up to downward dog. You can reset your hands a little bit. Reset the feet, just make sure they're in alignment. Cross and press back into your heels. Press the right heel. Press the left. Forward to your plank. Drop the knees. Lift up. Push the hips forward. Big inhale. Arms. Squeeze in. Let it out. Right leg forward. Open up like a warrior two. So I'm just kind of pushing into that front knee a little bit. Bring the arms overhead. Tip it back. And then bring your right hand down by the heel. Reach up, look up. You can keep movement, just light, subtle press and movements in the corners is always good. Come back up. Look back, look for your heel. It's closer than we think. If it feels really far away, just give it a tuck. And then tip back. Look up to the other hand. Sneak the breath in here. Somewhere in this area that we're making longer, push the breath into that corner. Come back. Pull that knee in a little bit. Hands to the heart. Big deep breath. Twist. Cross elbow to knee. Holding here. Come back, step it back. Press and round. Arch, look up. Press, round, arch, look up. Let's go to the other side here. I'm just gonna come to the other side so you can see. Like a warrior two. So you're just gonna bring that opposite leg forward. So front knee is working forward. Just feel tucking your hips, pressing that back foot all the way from the toes to the knee, and then bring the hand down. Look up. Deep breath. Lift up, arms, tip back. Look for that heel. This one's a little bit of a deep stretch, so if it feels like it's too much, come back, tuck, fingertips should be right there. And just think about lifting. It's not too much about going back, it's more about going up. Come back to the top, reset, bring that foot in a little bit, and twist to the other side. Cross. Use your toes, lift the toes, separate them, and then soften them down. So we don't want the toes to scrunch. We want them to be like extended, separated, pressing. Come back down, step it back, plank, downward dog. Deep breath. Press the heels. Bend your knees and press your chest back. Press index finger, knuckle, palm, inside of the hand. Press. Straighten the legs. Lift the right leg up high.
press the hands, square off upper body, bend the knee. Bring the knee in towards your nose. Back up high. This is where it starts to get a little bit hard. Bring it forward. Tap the knee down in the back. Arms overhead. Twist to your right. Tuck that hand around your back if you can. Tip. Look up. Behind your head. Tip back. Square off to the top. And come back. Downward dog. Not too bad. Left leg goes up. Stretch. I'm sinking into my heel. I'm pressing the inside of my hands. Bend and open. Kind of peek over underneath the arm. Knee to nose. I come really forward with those. Back up high. Bring it forward. Tap the knee. Arms. I'm going to turn around so you can see. Twist. Tuck it in. Hand behind your head. Lift. Twist back to the top. Hands to the ground. Step it back, plank. Lower to the ground, chaturanga. Elbows come in towards the ribs. Lower slow. Upward dog, press. Deep breath. Press it back, child's pose. Round and lift. Right leg goes back. Drop the heel, right arm goes up. Press your left shin, toes, knee, everything presses down. And angle the foot off to the left side of the mat. So it's not forward, it's actually pointing off. Lift that right knee into your chest and hold it. Extend the arm, reach it forward, reach the leg back. Hug that knee back in. Kick the leg forward, back in, and to the top. Just kind of help it up. Come on up, inhale. Clasp the hands in the back. Push, lift, twist. Tip it back. Hands to the ground. Plank. Chaturanga, squeeze. Elbows in. Upward. Downward. Lower the knees. Left leg back. Drop the heel. Right leg is going to angle off to the right side of the mat. Lift. Lift the leg. Hug the knee in. Reach it out. Push it forward. Hug the knee in. To the top. Come on up. Twist. Tuck. Hands to the ground. Step it back. Left leg high. Forward. Turn to face the top of the mat. Fold, grab your elbows. I send my head towards my forearms. So you can see here. So in the fold, I bring the top of my head towards my forearms, like that. And that just gives me like a little extra push and a little extra stretch. Look forward. Fold. Hang here, bend the right knee, bend the left, look forward and bend your knees.
I have my hands on my thighs, bend over to one side, over to the other, right and left. Go as much as you can on one side. Start to sink down a little bit more. Fold. Heels in a little. And hold your squat. So wherever you are, maybe you're here, these will get better and better. You can go, if you can go super low, that's great. If you have something that you can put underneath you, come into your squat and sit on that. So that helps take a little bit of the pressure off, but gets you into that position. So a block on the high setting, a bolster, anything. And come back. Have a seat. Connect with your breath. Bring your arms overhead to your heart. Twist to your right. Keep hold of the leg tip. Twist to the left. Tip. Bring your hands in front, face down, and press. And let them kind of peel back. So press and peel back. Press and peel. Flip the palms up. Namaste.